It is day 19 of the 31 days of BPD, and in the next set of videos I'm going to be going through how to manage an episode. So this is managing an episode part 1, where I'm going to sum everything up for you and hopefully make the next set of videos even easier for you to understand. Now, I want to say a couple of things. It's a lot of trial and error when you're learning about your illness, understanding your illness, and you know, you're not going to get everything right every time, and don't beat yourself up for that. Give yourself credit for every time you manage to beat your illness, to maybe control it or regulate it a bit more. Give yourself credit for just actually the fact that you live with this illness, and you know, it's a it can be a real struggle and really debilitating. So we've talked about the scale of emotional intensity, and that BPD sufferers are starting around here and very quickly to go up here. We've talked about triggers, we've talked about filters, and what we're now going to do is kind of put this whole package together as best as we can. So the whole point of managing your episode is to get your levels down. So if you're starting at a high level, you know, if you're at 1 or 2, you know, you're pretty stable. You know, maybe not as stable as the people down here, but you're relatively stable in your illness at that time. However, when we start to get into the 3s, the 4s, and even the 5, when the lid can just go poof, we're getting to a place where we're unsafe. When we get to level 5, we are not ourselves. We could dissociate, we could go into psychosis, we could self-harm, we could reach for drugs, we could reach for sex. It's a very unstable place to be, and we do not want to be there for a very long time. So what we do is try and get ourselves back down the levels, like in Inception, back through the dreams. No. Yeah, so you want to get yourself back down to that level, and there is a way to do it, guys. So if you've been battling with your BPD, maybe you've just been diagnosed with your BPD, maybe you've had it for years and you're just learning some therapies now, whatever your situation is, if you haven't heard of this before, this is really going to help you, because it has helped me. It is my little mantra that I have to myself, and through this next set of videos I will be explaining it. So there's 5 steps to getting yourself down from an episode, and I'm going to do a video for each of those after this one. But this is just to sum up what we do. So the first thing we do is distance. We take ourselves away from the pain, the trigger or whatever. We distance. Secondly, we communicate. We say how we're feeling. We say what we're experiencing, maybe what we want to do, what urges we have. That's number 2. Number 3, we then challenge our thoughts. We challenge what we're saying, challenging so that maybe next time we can prevent it from happening. We then distract ourselves. We then make sure that we've come out of this episode where our levels are down, and now we just want to do something nice that isn't a risky behaviour or a dangerous behaviour, but something that will bring us back, keep us safe, and keep us nice and at that stable level. 5, we then manage our problem, and it can be that you are triggered by a problem. It could be that you are having an episode because you're worrying about a problem that you need to solve, or it could be that the problem you're in right now, the centre of the event that you're in at this second, is your problem. So it's about understanding what's going on, it's about recognising what's going on, and then it's about being able to step back, challenge it, look at it objectively, and then gradually get yourself back down to hopefully a level where the lid is nicely on, but you're feeling very calm, safe and secure. So that's managing problems part 1. Tomorrow I will be talking about distance. I'll be talking about distancing and how to get yourself out of that immediate intense emotion. Because when we're feeling those emotional intensity really high, all our sort of rational, logical thinking goes out the window, because we are so much controlled by our emotions. Hope that's been really useful. Make a note of those 5 points if you like. I'll put them in the description below. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and I'll be talking about how to distance. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for day 20. Take care now. Bye.